Yo, yo, what's up with it? What's up with it? We're going forward today. Hey, what's up, Danny Stanford? It's still making me sad because it's doing that thing again. Oh, there you go. Hey, what's up, T. Lee? What's up, Linus Kitty? I think I figured it out when I did that 1-2 move right there. Oh, yeah, I know some of y'all are working, but I figured if I didn't go now, when I pick my daughter up, start cooking, start going through my regular program with her, I may not make it. So I was like, let me get it done right now. That way I know I did it. But I only got an hour and a half. So we about to just go ahead and get started. I'm about to start on Aries. So let's go. All right, we about to start on Aries. Aries, what are current feelings about y'all right now? Right now, they want to pause. Maybe they feel like there's a pause in communication or there's a stagnancy in the relationship communication. You're not as responsive. You're not talking to them as much. Maybe you're slowing down. For some of y'all, they feel like you guys are slowing down posting or slowing down initiating, talking. They kind of feel like you don't want to talk anymore, like you're done with that. Could be dealing with Aquarius, could be dealing with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. They feel like the replies are getting slower, or they feel like the conversation between y'all is dragging, it's not going anywhere. All right, so it's something that they really want to say. All right, could be a Gemini. So you make them nervous. Could be dealing with a Gemini. You make them nervous, you know what I mean? And they also feel kind of guilty around you. Some of y'all, yeah, they feel guilty for them not being maybe taking responsibility. They feel like you be blaming them. Could be dealing with a Sag or an Aquarius. They feel like you blame them, and they feel overlooked by you, or look like you're looking past them. Now, for some of y'all, if they don't feel like you're blaming them, then they feel like you guys are maybe not as like pressed anymore, not as passionate about the connection anymore. What's up, Kim? Like you're not as passionate about the connection anymore. You just feel like it's very slow for you to reply or answer or communicate back. Coming in with the Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, they feel like you guys procrastinate trying to make things happen with them. Like you guys aren't trying to make anything happen anymore. Like you're done trying to work your magic in this situation. Some of y'all, they feel like you guys don't use your social media platform in the best way if you have a social media. They feel like you have other gifts, talents, abilities, skill sets that you could be using that you're not. Maybe other, let's say, you tarot, other topics you could be doing, but you're not. They feel like you're not expanding or using your full range of like motion or your full range of like skill set. Like you have more abilities than what you know, and like you doubt your capabilities. So they also feel like it's impossible for them to try to get back around you. Like they almost kind of feel like you're out of reach now. You know what I mean? That maybe you're no longer looking for them. You're looking for the next best thing or something like that. It could be done with the Aries. Yeah, they feel like you're no longer. They feel like you don't like their vibe. That's what it really is. Like you don't like their vibe anymore, or distance is playing an issue. One of the two is going on. Either distance is playing an issue, or you just don't like their vibe. Like maybe you don't like how they connect with you anymore. Maybe you don't like their vision anymore. You know what I mean? Or maybe you don't like how attractive they are anymore. You don't like how funny they are. It's something they feel like you don't like their vibe anymore. You know what I mean? So they feel a little nervous around you. Maybe it's the smell. Maybe you don't like their smell anymore. Maybe it's that. You know what I mean? You know how like if you like people, you kind of like their pheromones. So maybe you don't like their pheromones anymore. You don't like the smell of them anymore. Something like that. All right. So they're worried about you guys finding somebody new or meeting people because they feel like it's possible that you'll just effortlessly meet somebody new or run into somebody, and then that'll be that. You know what I mean? They feel like you'll be over them. The next new person you meet, the next connection that comes into your life, they feel like that'll be it. So yeah, they just feel like you've overlooked them for a while, or you're procrastinating making the relationship go past a certain point with them, whatever that may be for y'all. They feel like you haven't tried to expand it or see it move any further. So that's really the big thing. Oh, you know what it is? Some of y'all, they feel like you keep moving the goalpost, or they feel like that's what, yeah, they feel like you keep moving the goalpost, or you keep moving whatever it was that they felt like they needed to become or do to be able to be with you or some shit like that. So for some of y'all, there's also like a guilt for maybe not replying back or getting back to you as fast as they could have. So, you know what I mean? They do feel that way. Anyway, could be done with Aquarius, Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Aries, Pisces, Virgo, Taurus. Some of y'all, they feel like you guys are out of their league. You know what I mean? Like, they feel like it's kind of like irrational for them to try to like wife you up or like husband you up or, you know what I mean? Something like that. They kind of feel like you're untouchable or not easily pinned down. So that's kind of what the issue is for some of y'all. So anyway, who's on Taurus? Hey, what's up, Tracy? Trace, you working and listening? Thank you for the support. All right, so Taurus. Hey, what's up, Amel? Taurus. What are the current feelings about you? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Either so they just be asking about y'all right now. They're just curious. Page of Swords in reverse. They're just curious. Yeah, they're curious about you, who you guys may be entertaining, who may be entertaining you. I got the Lovers, the Page of Wands in reverse. So there's jealousy around maybe who you may be entertaining, who may be entertaining you, who may be talking to you, maybe a possible relationship that you have, maybe possible partnerships. They kind of feel like you're able to just kind of gain partnerships rather easily, or that you easily make friends. So it's one of the two. Like, people are maybe more interested in you somehow than they are. I mean, than you are in them. Wait, does that make sense? So it's people are more interested in you than maybe them. So maybe this is also a friend, because we got Page of Wands here, Page of Swords, which can also be like colleagues, friends. But if it's a romantic partner, it's kind of like a competitiveness where they feel like people are more interested in you, people are more invested in you than they are with them. So even like maybe your social group cares more about them than you. You know what I mean? Or cares more about you than them, something like that. Anyway, but they do feel seen by you, or at least it's kind of like maybe I want to say like a fear of maybe you connecting with other people. So they want you to come back around because we got the world in reverse. They would like y'all to come back around, if I'm really being honest. You know, we got Page of Wands, or they would like you guys to go back to do whatever y'all was doing before. So whatever you was doing before, go back to that. You know what I mean? Keep doing that again. They want you to go back to whatever they were comfortable or what they were used to, some pattern that y'all were used to. Because the world in reverse and the Seven of Cups, it's a fantasy, a fairy tale. So whatever it was that y'all did before, ooh, thank you so much. What? $27.99. Thank you so much. Ooh, piece of candy. Whoa, you see my eyes? My eyes was like, whoa. So anyway. So you know what they feel like? They feel like they need to like invite themselves in some way. Like maybe they need to invite themselves into the conversation, or assert themselves in a way into a conversation with you. So they're curious about who you're into, who you're dating, who you're seeing, who's hitting you up, who's messaging you, where are you going, where have you been, what have you been doing? You know what I mean? Just all type of stuff, just the things. Seven of Cups can be like imaginary stories we tell ourselves. So like they think about like possible scenarios and stuff that you may be getting into. Maybe the last time they seen you, like maybe they seen you drive down one road one time and they be like, you know what? Disney World is down there. I wonder if they went to Disney World or whatever is down that way. Maybe they got a cousin, family member, somebody that stays in your area, and they be like, yeah, I wonder if they go down that way. And Sharon stays down there. I wonder if they stay down there by her. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. Like they're spying, trying to keep tabs on you. Some of y'all, they're wondering where you guys stay or where you guys are from or where you guys currently like reside at, in a way. It's a curiosity around you. It's curiosity around who you date, curiosity around who's close to you, who knows you, who you talk to, you know what I mean? Who finds you attractive, you know what I mean? Who do you let in on your secrets and all that? It's like who gets to be closest to you? There's gossip about that. That's what they're listening to. So maybe that's played a part. Other people, maybe it's other people, or maybe they've eavesdropped or they've seen something. Sometimes eavesdrop can be like, I look on your social media and I see people commenting, and then all of a sudden I try to put two and two together. This is somebody who feels like they need to try to put two and two together to try to get a whole story of what's going on. Because some of y'all, they feel like you're not telling them everything, or they feel like you're keeping little stuff to yourself and telling them little white lies. So, because some of y'all, they kind of feel like you guys have another relationship or another partnership, or you guys are still pursuing other relationships, or other people are still pursuing you. So that's what they're kind of curious about. They're just watching, like, who? Let me see who comments. Let me see who posts. Let me see who, you know what I mean? Like, see if somebody posts you or whatever. Checking your pictures, because it got Seven of Cups. It's always for me is like checking pictures or observing pictures, getting pictures. So it's them checking pictures or checking comments, checking posts. all that. Nosy. They're nosy. Now, either they can feel like that's you being this way, or this is what they feel like they need to do, so that's what they're into. This is what's happening. All right, so it could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Could be a Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Aquarius, Capricorn, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo. All right. What y'all say now? Hold on, I see comments. Hey, what's up, Of the Dark? You know what I mean. Of light and dark. Hello. What's up, Melis? Okay, make sure I got it. Okay, I got my comments. Okay, so we's on Gemini. So I gotta make sure I get this done by 4:30 Eastern, because I gotta pick my daughter up by 5. It's gonna take me like 20 minutes to get there, but just in case, I give myself a little grace in case there be traffic and all that other stuff. So some of y'all, they want to approach y'all, but they kind of feel like they can't. They feel like the damage has been done. Could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, they would like to like approach you guys, maybe become friends or become cordial or do something to kind of get over whatever grudge or whatever hardship you guys were going through. Some of y'all, they just want to help you through a hardship. So they feel like you're going through a hard time. Maybe you recently left a relationship. Maybe you were having issues or struggles doing something. They kind of feel like you have stress and they would like to show up and be there. Maybe even just be a confidant. But they would like to just be there. You know what I mean? Be around. Be helpful, be supportive, show value, show appreciation. Could be a Cancer, could be a Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. So they be feeling like a lot of people be trying to get your attention. You know what I mean? They also kind of feel like you guys maybe have a relationship, somebody who they feel like they can't even compete with. So they may feel like you have like an older partner or a older, because King of Cups is in reverse. So if they don't feel like you have an older partner, then they feel like you may be having other suitors, other people that you're dealing with. So they've been wanting to keep their eye on you. King of Swords is here. 6 of Cups. Like they feel like you're very social. Oh yeah, we got Queen of Wands here. Yeah, very social, very entertaining. You talk to a lot of people. You know what I mean? A lot of people are interested in you. They find you to be attractive. They feel like you're overly confident in that way, and that you shine whenever you guys are in like public settings, or that whenever you guys are in around people that you know. So maybe when you're around people that you're comfortable with, then they feel like you really be letting it go. You really like express yourself. You come off with like a more childish wonder. Now some of y'all just feel like, because like you're older, maybe you are older. Some of y'all may not be. But I got King of Swords, King of Cups. These are usually a little bit older energies, so they do kind of feel like some of y'all are older. But like when you get around your friends or you get around certain like environments, all of a sudden you guys lighten up, and maybe you guys be drinking, or you guys be like more entertaining, more theatrical, more animated. You know what I mean? Like when you're around people who are a close bunch, so they notice that. King of Swords, somebody's observational. So what they're observing is that you guys be having like people be competing with you guys secretly. That's how they feel. So they may either feel like your friends, or maybe your friends. Yeah, either your friends, maybe it's their friends. Maybe it's their friends that are competing for you. Because it's kind of like they feel like there's other people that are competing for you guys, but like silently, like they're the ones that's perceiving it and noticing it, but you may not see it. You know what I mean? So that's part of what's going on. It's like, oh, I see other people are looking at you. You just not as aware as I am. You know what I mean? So 5 of Wands reverse is just an aggression or just a frustration that they're suppressing. So they could be angry because some of y'all, they feel like you guys have a partner, and if it's like your partner, like, you know what I mean? If you guys are not together, they feel like you have somebody that you're dealing with, and if you guys are together, then they still feel like there's other people, again, who are approaching you, and they kind of feel like you're not really fighting them off. They feel like you're super social, you're super interactive, you be talking, you be giving them the time of day, you super, you know what I mean, you like the attention. They feel like you need that attention, you need the validation, you need the acknowledgement, like you want to be somebody. They feel like you want to be somebody, because a King of Swords, sometimes somebody could be like really resentful or like really like rational about everything. So it kind of gives like, or maybe they feel that way about you. Maybe they feel like you're always very rational. You don't play a lot of games. You're not really jokey. You don't like to go back and forth. You know what I mean? Like once you say what you say and that be that, like you feel like whatever you say goes. That's how they feel. Like, oh, whenever you say this, it just goes. That's what it is. Gemini said it, so I just need to know it. They do feel like you're very intelligent. That's a natural Gemini talent. Thank you so much. Ooh, piece of candy. Thank you, Bree. They do feel like, you know what I mean, you just be knowing. I will say that. They do feel like y'all just be knowing. But they also kind of feel like it's your way or no way. It's your way or no way, though. Like you're not too much on compromising. Like you will, but like you just make it look like you're compromising. That's what they feel like. you make it look like you're compromising or looking at other people's like issues or troubles or worries or like other people's gripes. You make it seem like you care about it, but like, no, you don't really care about it too much. You're like, you don't like it. Well, okay. You know what I mean? So they kind of feel like they feel like you think you're perfect in a way. I kind of get that vibe too, where they kind of feel like you think you're perfect, or they feel like you think you always got it right, or you always in alignment with where you need to be. So it's like they feel like they can't teach you nothing, or like you always want to be the teacher. You know what I mean? That's funny too, because that's the vibe I was getting. Because like we're both on the same equal footing. You know what I mean? But you act like I can't teach you nothing or show you nothing. You know what I mean? I'm inspired by you. They feel inspired by you, but they also be acting like, but I guess maybe they feel like you don't. I don't know. They feel like you. They feel so. It's all like in minor arcanas. So these are like temporary moments, like genuinely temporary moments. These aren't even like serious feelings. So maybe it's just like during the conversations, they be looking for moments to like tell you something, to like show you that they're smart too, or show you what they know, or show you like how they can inspire you. Like they feel like they like hyping you up. You know what I mean? And they really want to be more friendly with you, or be more like social with you, or keep you like at a more peaceful state. You know what I mean? Like they don't really want any drama. That's what I'm getting. This person doesn't want any real drama. So even if you got like other people are like, I think that's why they probably pay attention to like other people courting y'all, or other people being interested in y'all, because they don't want to have to compete or fight or like get involved in a way where like they have to like maybe, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe you have to like not like worry about their reputation. You know what I mean? Like they kind of care about their reputation. It's a King of Swords. Like I keep a regal and the queens and a king and an emperor. These are all royalty, are all like court cards here. So these are all people who are like caring about the view or how they're being noticed or paid attention to by society. So they feel like either you care a lot about that, or you don't care a lot about that, or it's like triggering them by like that they maybe have to confront you in ways that they don't want to, which could just be like talking to you. I got Six of Cups, King of Cups, Page of Wands, Queen of Wands. These are still like genuinely happy to see you and like suppressing it. This is somebody who's happy to see you, but suppresses how happy they see you. Like suppresses how attracted they are to you. It's kind of hard for them too. Because the King of Cups is somebody who, in reverse, is somebody who acts like they don't care as much as they really do. They care more than what they let on. This person cares a lot more than what they let on. It just feels like it's a lot of pressure or a lot of people around. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. Hey, Bree. There's like so many people around it. They're like, I don't know if I really want to like throw my hat in the ring. That's really what it'd be for them. You know what I mean? They do find you guys to be a baddie, or at least very attractive. You know what I mean? Now some of y'all, you're like an older, like they may see y'all as a cougar because the Queen of Wands. And whenever I see her, it's usually like a cougar vibe. So they may think some of y'all is a cougar if you're older. You know what I mean? And then others of y'all young, but they also feel like you guys are very cocky or very arrogant because of maybe your youthfulness. Even if you're older, if you got a lot of youthfulness to you, or a lot of energy, or a lot of like maybe you exercise, work out, blah, 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 they feel like because you got a lot of youthfulness, you're overly arrogant. All right. They want to invite y'all to do something, but they want to come off like it ain't no big deal. You know what I mean? Like they want to get closer to y'all, or at least be in a room where you guys are. I was gonna say a room. I was gonna say be in the area, or be in like a energy of you guys just being more cozier. That's what they want. So it could be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius. All right. That was that. What's up, Tiffany? She is bad. Oh, shit. Why did I do that? Now, why did I do that? Now, why would you do that? Why did I do that? Damn it, I did that. It was me. It was me, y'all. I did that for some reason. How did I do that? Okay, I see something. Okay, I shared that. Now, why is that there? Can we get that out of there? Damn it. All right. I don't know what I just did. Okay. So, Cancer, what are the feelings about you? So they feel like you guys are no longer attracted to them? where you guys aren't as interested in them anymore. They feel like you guys are leading them on. It could be a Gemini, Leo, Aries. They feel like you guys are leading them on. Like you're not as passionate about them. You're not attracted to them. They feel like you just be talking just to talk. All right, Pisces. Yeah. So they don't really know what to feel. It's a lot of emotions. So this could be just overwhelmed. Could be a Virgo magician. So Moon can also be them wanting to have a secret affair with y'all. So it could be possibly what is that? Woohoo! Joined my sun sign. Oh, okay. What's up, Steph? So anyway, they could feel like trying to create some type of relationship with you guys in secret. Could be doing the Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo, Scorpio. Like they would like to have a relationship with y'all in secret, like maybe not let everybody know that you guys are together. Because they may not want to encourage like the relationship being public. So they maybe feel like you keep them a secret. That might be what it is too. Or that they have to keep the relationship a secret. It's one of the two. Either they feel like you keep them a secret or they would want to have a secret relationship with you. The moon is here, which could be like more of a casual relationship, but that has deeper feelings and emotions that aren't really expressed. We just know. Is that what needs to be said doesn't, whatever, I mean, what's there doesn't need to be said or whatever the fuck it is. You know what it is. You know what that saying is. But anyway, it's that. They feel like y'all have a bond that is unspoken or it hasn't really been like fully expressed. All right. Now, it could be kind of confusing. They feel like the relationship between y'all is confusing. They may also feel like you have another person in your life that like interferes or like you're not really over. So they feel like you have a relationship or a connection with somebody who you're not really over, who you still be like taking care of or supporting or showing up for in some way, still making things happen for. So they kind of feel like you have somebody with the moon here. It could be like it's somebody else. Because we got queens here. Queen in reverse, 5 of cups, and the 6 of wands. 6 of cups. They may feel like you guys have reconciled with somebody else or you guys are missing somebody else, but like, or waiting on somebody. So maybe they can kind of feel like you guys are waiting for somebody. So they feel like either you keep the relationship hidden because of that, or they feel like we need to keep the relationship hidden because maybe they're waiting on somebody or they're trying to get somebody or something like that, trying to get the attention of somebody. I got 6 of wands here. They're trying to get the attention of somebody from their past, somebody who they viewed as a trophy, or they feel like that's what you're doing. You're just maybe using them as like, I don't know, a stepping stone or using them as like a filler until you can get back with somebody else from the past, somebody who you maybe had a confusing connection with, but maybe felt deep or maybe felt emotionally fulfilling at some point to you. But maybe you guys just maybe didn't go public. But if you guys went public, then I don't know. Maybe it's just like there were secrets between y'all that they know that haven't come out yet. So it could also be that too. They also feel like you guys are very selfish or very self-possessed, only kind of worried about your needs, what you want out of a situation. You know what I mean? Like if you give, there's a motive behind it, that there's something that they can expect to get from you. You know what I mean? Or ask from you. Maybe you're going to ask for something. You know what I mean? You do make a way out of no way, but they also kind of feel like it comes at a price. At what price though? You know what I mean? So they feel like you're very materialistic and everything has some type of price or everything has some type of hidden motive to it. And they're not always clear about what it is before they jumped in. Some of y'all, they kind of wish they knew before they engaged with you in that way. Then they would have known, like maybe you're so selfish. Maybe you're not as giving. Maybe you're like not as independent. You know what I mean? Like you give up, because some of y'all, they feel like it's a facade of you being as independent as you are. They feel like you have a partner, you have something in secret, hidden, or you have somebody maybe at your job that you deal with that's like hidden. Because they kind of feel, because Queen of Pentacles is somebody you would see regularly. It's an earth energy. So somebody you would see regularly, or somebody that you would deal with regularly or did deal with regularly, there's some type of like mix of that. They feel like somebody that you've dealt with regularly is still around or still orbiting, or you still have some type of connection or vague connection with them. Something along the lines of that is happening here in their mind. You know, because the moon could just be illusions. It could be irrational fear. So they may even feel like you have the irrational fears, that you're always the one thinking that they're doing something that they're not. You're always the one maybe trying to make it look a certain way. You know what I mean? You're the one that's maybe very self-possessed or very selfish to them. So it could be that way around too. But anyway, they've gotten over a grudge. If you were maybe dealing with somebody from the past who you had an issue with, they've gotten over a grudge, but now they're kind of wondering how you see them. You know what I mean? So what they're feeling like is that they need to like maybe revamp themselves, come in as somebody who's maybe taking care of themselves, who's like showing that they can be independent, that they don't need anybody else, that they've healed their codependencies and something like that. So they kind of feel like they need to show that. just to kind of, you know, show you that they deserve the respect or deserve certain admiration from you. They want that, you know what I mean? It's just maybe a little bit confusing about how they go about doing it. Because that's the vibe I'm getting. It's like it's kind of hard for them to figure out exactly what you would like them to be or how you would like them to do stuff. You know what I mean? They're kind of confused about how to move around you. So, ooh, thank you so much. Piece of candy. So it could be Virgo, Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo, Scorpio, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn, Pisces. All right. I know some of y'all, they feel like you guys have issues asking for help, or they have an issue asking for help. Like you be around, but they feel like you don't really be helping them in the way that they need help with. You know what I mean? You help them in the way. Oh yeah, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, that's what it is. Queen of Pentacles is somebody who'll do the work that you didn't ask her to do. Like this would be like a friend that comes over, folds your laundry, and then be like, I folded this for you. I didn't ask you to do that shit. Or they come over and cook a meal and be like, I cooked, bitch, I didn't ask you. Or bro, you know what I mean? I changed your oil for you. Did you ask me if I asked you to change my oil? You know what I mean? Like they kind of do that. Like they do stuff for you without you asking. Or maybe they feel like you do it and then bring it up. So it's one of the two. Either they do that or you do it. But that's annoying to them. All right. So, Leo, what are the feelings about you right now? All right, Leo, what are their current feelings about you? What are their current feelings? What'd you say? What you say? Can we? Let's see who else. Who else said that? Okay. All right. So Leo, what are the current feelings for you right now? What you say, Belinda? 3 of Wands. Right now, it ain't going nowhere. They feel like you're looking for the next best thing right now. They're really pessimistic about it going anywhere. Yep. So they care more than what they let on right now. They actually miss hearing from you guys or miss having you guys around. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could be an Aries so far. I got Libra. Yeah, so they feel like you guys are really stern now, or you guys really have certain boundaries. You guys have like high expectations. We got Queen of Swords, justice. So they feel like you're cutting anything off that doesn't like give back to you in equal. Like if people aren't reciprocating or people aren't treating you fairly or what you view as fairly, then you cut them off, or you'll get very like strict. Maybe you don't talk. Maybe you don't deal with them. Maybe you don't. I don't know. You just have like stronger boundaries or stricter, maybe like a stricter, or maybe they feel like they need to be that way with you because they feel like it's one-sided. 9 of Cups, they feel like you're selfish or you're greedy. You know what I mean? They only feel like you're only worried about what you need. Again, you got the 7 of Cups in, 9 of Cups in reverse. So they really feel like it's a one-sided relationship, that you're not as invested as they are. Could be with the Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Libra, Pisces, Gemini, Cancer. Yeah, okay, so they feel like you guys don't really care for them as much, but you be like maybe talking to your friends a lot, maybe you're meeting new friends, or they feel like you socialize with everybody else but them. Like you don't really like tell them what the issue is or tell them directly what the problem is, or you're not very clear with what you expect from them. Some of y'all, they feel like you're not very clear about what you expect from them until they do something wrong. You know what I mean? Or that they don't really hear from you until they do you wrong, or until they do something that like rubs you the wrong way. Then they feel like they hear from you, or then they feel like they get some action when they rub you the wrong way. So it's one of the two. It's one of the two. Because the King of Cups is here, which could be like emotionally manipulating, but it's somebody who cares for you, sometimes more than what they want to let on. You know what I mean? So they have a lot more feelings for you than what they're telling you. They just kind of feel like they need to be reserved and maybe start talking to other people, possibly start dating other people, possibly start being more social and open, receptive to other people, because they kind of feel like you're keep giving them the stiff arm or giving them the cold shoulder in a way, or you know what I mean, or you're just being very like, you know how like if you break up with people, they say women do this all the time, but sometimes men do it too, where like let's say it's a past ex or just even a past partner or somebody who you're like getting to know. If they annoy you, then they put on like that professional, that HR voice. Oh, hello, Herbert. Yeah, nice to hear from you, Herbert. No, today I'm not available. Like they kind of feel like you get into like that professional vibe where all of a sudden it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's very cold or very like detached, just distant, you know what I mean? Dismissive. So some of y'all, they feel like it can be very dismissive when they're not treating you the way you feel you should be treated. And with the King of Cups, so they must feel like you guys are emotionally manipulative. You don't really care as much as you really care. They feel like distance is part of the problem, though. Distance is probably part of the problem. You know what I mean? So distance could be like in the relationship, or distance could be like maybe you guys stay in 2 different households, maybe you guys stay in 2 different cities, different states, whatever. They kind of feel like distance is a problem. 3 of Wands. So they want to close that distance between y'all. maybe by trying to be more emotionally receptive, but it's emotionally manipulative. So either they feel like you're closing the distance or they want to close that distance. One of the two. You know what I mean? So it's emotionally manipulative because at this point, this person they feel like they're right. You know what I mean? Or that they done it the way that it was supposed to be done. You know what I mean? Or they acted the way that they were supposed to be acting, but they would like to like make up because the King of Cups. It's like I would like to make up, but like my pride is in the way. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, they feel like your pride is in the way. You know, you're stubborn. Maybe you both are stubborn because we got Libra energy. So it could be you stubborn, them stubborn, who knows? So it's kind of a feeling like, you know, you're stubborn. You know, but they care a lot more than what they let on at this moment that they want to make up. We got 3 of Cups, which is a reconciliation sometimes or a reunion. You know what I mean? So it could be wanting to meet up, wanting to talk, wanting to socialize again, wanting to be friends again. You know what I mean? Wanting to be playful with you again. You know, they just want to. Sometimes they just want to talk because the Queen of Swords here, they feel like you get good advice, you get good wisdom, good insight. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I can tell you my troubles, I can tell you my worries, and you'll listen and you'll give me solid advice or solid, you know what I mean? Whatever. Like, you know what I mean? They listen to you. They feel like they can respect what you say. You know what I mean? So they be looking for your approval a lot, or they feel like you be always looking for other people's approval. It's one of the two. Either they're looking for your approval or they feel like you're always looking for other people's approval. It's one of the two. Like you're trying to please your friends, trying to please maybe like, I don't know, a social group or some shit like that. Like you want to look maybe more successful than what you are. Not saying you're not, but maybe you want to look more successful than what you are. Maybe they feel like you're very like, it's materialistic where you're always showing what you have. That's what they feel like. They feel like you need to always show what you have or you always need to throw it in their face maybe. So, yeah. Anyway, they want to have a talk with y'all though. So they would like to like maybe go out, drink. Yeah, 8 of Cups. So it's like stuff that you guys haven't talked about before or stuff that didn't really like, we didn't come to any conclusion. We didn't have any closure about. So they like to bring up some issues or bring up some stuff that they never really like dealt with. I'm not gonna say you trigger them, but like it's hard for them to really say, even though you got King of Swords and a Knight of Swords, these are great conversationalists. It's hard for them to say how they feel emotionally. It's somebody who struggles with it. So 9 of Cups in reverse. Mostly just somebody who's here for the good times. They may be viewing you as somebody who's only around for the good times or for fun or for entertainment, but like you're not really emotionally connected in a way where this relationship can get past a certain point. Like they feel like it won't even get past the honeymoon stage. All right. So it could be an Aries, could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra, Pisces, Gemini, Sag, Cancer. Yeah, Leos are brutally honest, but y'all be brutally sensitive too. Cause as soon as somebody snap back, y'all be sad. Y'all be sad. Don't say that to me. Don't treat me that way. You were just treating everybody else that way. You don't like it? All right. Ooh, Virgo. So how do they feel currently about you? Page of Pentacles. Oh, so some of y'all, they feel like this is a relationship that could build into something more stable, more solid. They feel like you guys could possibly go from maybe being friends to being lovers or possibly become maybe roommates or possibly move in and do a joint venture together, do something together. They feel like y'all have potential to possibly be together for the long haul, or at least for a long time. You know what I mean? For a good amount of time. I seen the 10 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, both was upright. So some of y'all, they feel like it is the relationship itself is a work in progress, but they feel like it has great potential to be something worth investing in. So it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right. Now they also feel like you guys have traditional values or outdated, antiquated values. One of the two. One of the two. 7 of Swords. They feel like you'd be avoiding them now. All right. They are starting to see some of your results or some of your progress, whatever y'all been doing. So Page of Pentacles was also known as like maybe you guys work out because Page of Pentacles can also be a personal trainer physically. So maybe some of y'all, they feel like you guys are working out. So the 7 of Swords is kind of giving the vibe of like wanting to find some type of strategic way to approach you. Some reverse. So it's kind of giving like a person from the past, but it's somebody who you've interacted with before that maybe it didn't last too long or didn't really go anywhere. It's like a brief stint. Because I got the Knight of Wands in reverse, Queen of Swords, the Death in reverse, 9 of Pentacles. Like you may be dealing with somebody who prefers to be single, but really wants to attach themselves to you because they feel like your influence would help them. You know what I mean? So could be a Virgo, could be a Scorpio, could be a Sag, could be a Libra, Cancer, Aries. They feel like you don't take them that serious either, though. You know what I mean? Like you have your own little way of doing things. You're very cold, very detached. Like you can care less about like what they expect from you. You know what I mean? It's like your expectations are needing to be met more than theirs are. So they kind of feel like you're shrewd when it comes to romance. You're not the most nurturing. You're not the most loving. You're not the most receptive. You have a hard time listening. You don't listen. That's what they really feel like. You don't listen. And I can't assert myself or be the man, or they maybe feel like they won't listen to you, and that maybe you're not stepping up and being a man if you're a man. So it may even be that too. So just look at it whatever way it goes. But for some of the most part, they feel like you guys won't allow them to take lead, take charge, be the authority in the relationship, and that's what's holding the relationship up. You know what I mean? They also kind of feel like you guys rather just be out being players or just being out exploring, seeing what else is out there. Because we got Knight of Wands reverse, Queen of Swords. That's usually somebody who's still bitter from being hurt. So now they're just kind of playing now. They feel like that's all you're doing now. It's just, I'm just going to play. You know, I come and go when I please. I talk to you when I want to. I'll chat when I feel like it. You know what I mean? Some of y'all, they feel like you guys are always going somewhere, always needing to go somewhere. There's stuff that you guys have been dealing with that you guys are still like not looking at or not facing. So they kind of, you know, Queen of Swords could be somebody who looks at you with disdain. So either they feel like you look at them with disdain or they look at you with disdain. You know what I mean? But if they look at you with disdain, it's out of jealousy and out of frustration that this hasn't gone past where they expected it to go. Because they had expectations. They thought that this was going to be a relationship that maybe stayed around for a long time, or like you were going to be in their life for a long time. They see potential. So it's like a bitterness. Like, damn, I thought, I thought I was looking at this clearly. You know what I mean? I thought I strategized just right. Because that's what they're looking at now. They're looking at their game plans. Like, damn, I thought I planned this right. I thought the moves that I was making were going to lead me to where I'm trying to get to. You know what I mean? Like, this is somebody who, the Emperor is somebody who's always done this move. This has always worked. How has it not worked today? You know what I mean? So some of y'all, they may feel like you guys are an unusual bunch in some way. You know what I mean? Like the way that you're moving or the way that you're like interacting with them has caught them off guard, or it's like kind of confused them in a way where they're having to double think themselves, or they're having to think in hindsight, like previous conversations, text. Like they feel like they need to go back and look at these things, observe these things. Like, hold on, what did I say wrong? Because the Queen of Swords sometimes can be somebody who comes off as kind of bitchy, moody, rude, ignorant, you know what I mean? Sarcastic, cold and shit. So they kind of feel like, damn, what did I say wrong? Because they feel like maybe I frustrate you or make you angry to that point where now you don't necessarily care about me. You keep your distance, or your conversation between us is very like slim to none, if ever. Because we got the Death in reverse, 4 swords. So some of y'all is like, we took a break. I don't never hear from you. You don't really talk. Some of y'all, they feel like it's always them that has to reach out. Like they always have to be the one chasing you and pursuing you. They're getting tired of that. If that's the case, they're getting tired of them being the one that's like chasing you, pursuing you, seeing what you're doing. Because they kind of feel like you don't want to be kept anyway. You know what I mean? So they don't really feel like they have any authority in this relationship, or they don't feel like you respect their insight, their wisdom, their advice. They feel like you don't respect it when they tell you something or when they mention it to you. So, or they just feel like you're just not as interested in them anymore as you once were. They feel like you like being single. Got 9 of Pentacles in reverse. They feel like you like being single, but you don't like being single. Like, you know what I mean? Like you be doing stuff on your own, but you don't like doing it on your own. So some of y'all, they feel like you guys are just being vindictive or just being petty because you're still angry at them or because you're still holding a grudge with them. So, but they are kind of, you know, they are strategizing about like, how could they say something? If they could, they don't even know if they really could. I don't feel like they got the most confidence that if they were to say something that it would work out. So they just kind of like, you know, maybe keep their distance at this moment, you know what I mean? And try to keep this air of regality, or try to keep their position, hold their position as if they still have some type of like control or authority in this relationship, or if they still have some type of influence or importance in your life. They still try to keep that air like they're still important to you. You know what I mean? So most of y'all, they be watching y'all from a distance, you know what I mean? And like scowling, like, she ain't talking to me, he ain't talking to me. All right, so it could be an Aries, could be a Libra, could be a Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer. Yep. Virgos, y'all are not good people, allegedly. Allegedly. I don't know, though. Y'all all right with me, for the most part. I don't know. Y'all be having your own little ways sometimes. Libra, how they feel? Ooh, they feel like you guys don't even care about them anymore. Could be a Cancer, could be a Taurus. They feel like you guys don't really care about them. You're like super moody, some days you want to be bothered, other days you don't want to be bothered. You know what I mean? They also feel like maybe you're like spending more time to yourself. You know what I mean? You're not really open to, I don't know, having company. Some of y'all, so maybe they feel like you don't want company or you don't want people around right now. You kind of feel like you're like in a moody mode. You know what I mean? So at the same time, they could miss you, miss running into you, or miss being around you, it's not even miss interacting with you. It's miss being around you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it could be a Capricorn. So some of y'all, they feel like you guys have released them, or you guys are planning to. They feel like some of y'all are planning to release them, or planning to like let this go, or they're planning to let this go. One or two. Could be a Capricorn, could be an Aries, could be a Virgo. They feel like, oh yeah. So some of y'all, again, they feel like you guys like being single. You know what I mean? They also kind of feel like you guys would be low maintenance if it was a relationship. But no. Yeah, I do say low maintenance. I'm gonna say low maintenance, but I also got like the superficialness in it. They're looking for a partner that's low maintenance. I think that's what it is. That's what they're looking for. Or they're looking for somebody who they don't have to always entertain, always interact with, always spend money on. That's how they feel about you right now, currently. All right. So some of y'all, they view you guys as like a low maintenance where they don't have to do too much to please you, to make you happy. And then for others of you, they're looking at you guys as superficial. And that is part of like what's keeping the relationship from expanding or growing between y'all. So they may feel like they're not really your usual type, or they're not what you would normally have went for, but they know that you like them. So it's like, let's see what's up. Let's go somewhere with it. So some of y'all, they want you guys to pursue them or be more passionate about them, about the direction of the relationship. Distance again, because the Three of Wands is here. Distance and Two of Wands is here. So distance, two of Wands, Three of Wands, that makes it a Five of Wands. That's a conflict. It could be a disagreement. So, but it could also be an issue. So this may be an issue, a burning issue for this person. Some of y'all's distance could be a burning issue. You know what I mean? Like that might be part of the issue why they're not as devoted, or why they're not expecting this to go anywhere. Cause I get like a superficial vibe with the High Priestess in reverse. It's like there's a superficial vibe of like this may not go anywhere, and some of y'all is because of distance. Like, you know what I mean? Like they may be planning, like they either feel like you're planning to let them go, or they may be planning to let you go because they feel like this isn't going to go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like I'm planning and plotting for this to be something, and it may not ever happen. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, they're viewing you guys as like maybe out of the like reach in a way. You know what I mean? Like just like, I don't know, it's just like an idea. Like they may like the idea of it being something, but they kind of feel like this may not ever come into fruition. We got the Nine of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Temperance, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles in verse too. So it's like I don't really see the potential of this playing out the way that I envision it to. Even if you guys are already invested in a relationship, they may feel like they've overshared or overgiven of themselves already. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, that's like, I'm not really into this. So I don't know. Maybe they spent money on dates. Maybe they invested in your business. Maybe they, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like some of y'all, they want to show that by doing that. Like they want to share, spend some money on you, kind of show that I'm like invested and interested in this going somewhere. But like, I kind of feel like they don't see it going nowhere. Even if they are, like, even if this, because Three of Wands reverse can also be somebody who's close distance. So let's say this: if they're in close distance, it's not going anywhere. If it's at a long distance, it may not go anywhere because of the distance. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a superficiality where it's like I don't want to get too deep. I don't want to be Seven of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Like I don't want to get too deep emotionally. I don't want to give up I don't want to give up like the potential of this happening. But I am like, it's kind of like I see it happening, but like I don't see it happening. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, they kind of feel like there's potential for it to have stability, but at the same time, they kind of feel like it may not be worth the time, worth the investment. You know what I mean? Like I was gonna say bonding, maybe some of the bonding, maybe, or the connecting and whatever. You know what I mean? Like maybe messaging as much or something like that. Some of y'all, it's like something like that. Like it's almost like keeping an air being detached and making it hard to pin down. Now they either feel you're hard to pin down, you know what I mean? Because maybe you're very superficial. You're looking for like the highest bidder, or you're looking for like the I don't know, the golden ticket in some way. So some of y'all, they feel like that's what you're on. You're always planning or always like looking for the next best thing, because the Three of Wands in reverse with the Emperor, with the High Priestess in reverse, which is a superficial plans, goals. They feel like some of your investments that you be aiming at, or the things that are entertaining to you, are like superficial. They cost money, but like it's just for them, they feel like it's just the appearance. So maybe you dress really nice. Maybe you have the latest, maybe you, I don't know, maybe you buy like luxury stuff around your house. They kind of feel like the look and the stuff that you have maybe makes you look like you're like high class, But for some of y'all, they feel like you're like, you know, you're not as like as like sought after as you would think. They may feel like, so some of y'all, they may feel like you don't have all the like bells and whistles that you would imagine when it comes to a relationship. Some of y'all do, but in a way, they kind of, some of y'all, they feel like they don't now, because you got 3 different people here, so I can't really tell you which person is which way. I kind of, so if it's a fire sign or Aquarius or an earth sign, then they like you because you're low maintenance. You don't cause them a lot. You don't, you know what I mean? They don't have to do too much to please you, to impress you. You're attractive. And if it's a water sign or air, or if it's a water sign or a earth sign, well, I don't know. I guess that's not going to help. I got water sign, earth sign, so I don't know. I guess that's not going to help much. But I was just trying to break it down, but fuck it. It ain't work. All right, so they feel like you guys aren't happy really being single, though. You know what I mean? But they also feel like you're like in your pursuit of relationships, you're very superficial with the people that you date. You know what I mean? Like you want them to look a certain way while not really having any real value or not really having any real purpose. So they feel like your dating options or you're dating the people that you are like attracted to or attracting aren't worth a damn. All right. So it could be a Virgo. Now, some of y'all, they're happy that they're no longer depending on you or no longer needing you for like finances or for resources or for help, or, you know what I mean? Like they've started to expand on their own. They're starting to see things differently. You know what I mean? But they still remember some of like the lessons or some of the deeper teachings that some of y'all gave them. So like they never forgot that. All right. So it could be a Capricorn, Aries, Virgo, Leo, Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Pisces. Yeah. Capricorn, Aries. All right. All right. All right. All right. Scorpio. Okay, I'm making good time. I'm making good time. Let's get it over here. Let's get over here. Scorpio. What are our current feelings about you? What you say now? Hello, Melanie. Hold on. Who said that? Hold on. Who said that? Earth Angel. We can hate Virgos if we want. We don't gotta like Virgos. Y'all snooty people anyway. Always nitpicking. Everything wrong. Everything. Y'all cool though. I like y'all, but like y'all do be sometimey and annoying. You know what I mean? Every sign could be annoying, but I just need to say it. Y'all do be annoying sometimes. And that's a fact. All right, so Scorpio, what are current feelings about you right now? 8 of Cups. They feel like they're missing you. So they're missing you guys. When you're not around. So, and 9 of Swords, 3 of Cups. So again, they kind of wonder like who you guys are being, who you're friends with, or why you guys aren't being as social with them anymore. Could be a Capricorn, Pisces, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Aries. They feel like you get distracted really easily. And like you be up at all times of the night. It could be because of your friends, but it could also be because of maybe like you're always trying to find something to like stimulate you. So they feel like you need to do more time, spend more time alone. That's what they kind of feel like. And if you already spend time alone, then they feel that way. They feel like you spend a lot of time alone and you don't socialize. You don't have friends. You know what I mean? You're more focused on money, moving up in career, success, you know what I mean? Achieving money or achieving stability, acquiring like resources. They kind of feel like you're more materialistic base. So they feel like that's what you're using as a void to maybe like hide that you don't have many friends or you don't really do a lot of socializing. They feel like all you do is work, or focused on like, you know what I mean? Maybe family, kids, something like that. They kind of feel like you don't really have much of like a social life, or you don't have much of like, I don't know, people to kind of call on. So they feel like you spend a lot of time to yourself, maybe like sulking, being sad. Maybe they feel like you always play a victim for some of y'all, not all of y'all, because 8 of Cups ain't really a victim state. It's like I'm getting away from things that don't really feel comfortable. They feel like you use work as an escape from maybe relationships, from really like looking at what you don't have in love or what you don't have. Like they always kind of feel like you feel like something's missing. That's what they feel. Now, if you guys are like any connection too, it could also go in a way where they feel like something's missing from the relationship. You know what I mean? Like they may feel like this relationship is just a step up, you know what I mean, getting them to like what they really want when it comes to relationship, helping them see their potential. So some of y'all, they feel like this was a relationship that helped them see their potential. You know what I mean? And they may be worried about like how you would feel if they were starting to date, if they were to get distracted, if they were to like see what else is out there. Because some of y'all, they do kind of like are kind of curious about like what else is out there. As they're starting to now elevate or move up, they're starting to like now see their potential more. So now that's also making them think like, well, this whole time this relationship was like I was feeling like there's something that's not right or something that doesn't feel like it's fully there for me. So I need to explore in a way. It kind of gives a vibe like wanting to explore, wanting to see what else is out there. They haven't really made a plan to do that. You know what I mean? But like they've been thinking about it, like, you know, I kind of think that maybe there is something else out there, or maybe there are possible other opportunities that are coming my way. They just mostly feel like you use work or you use studying or you use, I don't know, other stuff, maybe other stimuli as a way of keeping you from like really paying attention to like what's really bothering you or what's really causing like stress, worries, anxiety in you. All right. So some of y'all, they feel like you're ready to like change your career to something that you feel like is more tailored to you or more hopeful or has more potential for growth. So they may be feeling like you're planning to change your career or do something in your career differently, or the relationship has made them start thinking about how to do something differently in their career. Maybe they want to change careers. Maybe they want to go into a career that's more high paying or something that like has more maybe status or has more, it seems to be more paying, high paying. So it seems to be that. That's what their feelings are at this moment. So they do express so they appreciate you being around. Like this is somebody who has caring concern for you. They appreciate you being around, or like whatever cycle y'all did together, or whatever time y'all have spent together. Like they appreciate the time. They love the time. They enjoy the time that you guys spend together. Because we got the Cancer with we got the Queen of Cups with Three of Wands, which is like I see potential of this. I see this going somewhere. I feel optimistic about what can happen. So they do like, you know, but it's like Two of Wands, like I get distracted sometimes. So like they care about you, but like they also like to see what else is out there is what I'm really getting. You know what I mean? Like they feel like they never really had much of a life. They never really like got outside of like their head and really explored or really like got to see who they could really become. So like this is what this person is going through right now. It's like a inner transformation where it's like I'm starting to see myself in a way that I never thought that I could be capable of, or I never thought that I had the potential to be. This is like no different than like when people lose weight, when people get a new paying job, when people maybe I don't know, get a place, or when they start doing something that starts adding value to their life, then they start questioning themselves and like, you know what? Like this was fun. Like think about Kanye West when he was like dating the one girl. I can't even think of her name now. The first one, when he first did like High School Dropout, when he had that wife and then he like left her, and then after that he started dating stars and celebrities. It's kind of like that vibe, where it's like he was dating this because that was what he could get at the time, and then after that he started seeing like, oh wait, I got potential. My life is changing. You know what I mean? The people I'm interacting with is changing. So like that's what they're recognizing. So like maybe they're seeing their potential now. Some of y'all is through their career. So maybe their career has moved them up, bumped them up in a way, or they finally started to save some money or something like that. Something has happened here where now they're starting to feel like I don't really need y'all. You know what I mean? I feel like I can do it on my own. So look for that. So it could be a Pisces, Capricorn, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Aries. Is there any more in that? Could be a Taurus, Aquarius. Well, I don't know. Some of y'all, they're hoping that you guys things turn around between y'all though, because they still miss y'all. So I don't know. So some of y'all, it is that, because you do got different people here. So some of y'all, they do miss y'all and hope that things turn around in their favor. They just feel like right now was a bad time, that it didn't turn out the way that they expected it to turn out between y'all. So some of y'all, they are planning to come back. I will say that. But for the most part, for most of y'all who I was just telling you about, there's maybe somebody who wants to just kind of explore, venture out, see what else they can see, and then try to get right back if nothing else pans out. If nothing better than this pans out. It's like shopping for a job. Look at it that way. It's like shopping for a job. If the job that I'm working at only pays me, let's say $110,000, but the next job that I'm about to go to is about to pay me $175,000, it's a potential for me to apply there. You get what I'm saying? Like, let me see what's up. So it's kind of giving that vibe. You know what I mean? So let's look at Sag. Sag, what are the current feelings about you guys right now? What's up, Destiny? You said this man was wearing. You said this man was wearing a black KKK custom. I'm done. Oh yeah. I like He makes people uncomfortable. I like him and I like Trump. Those I just like people who just be themselves. They rub you the wrong way. They say whatever they want to say because majority of us can never do that. We could never. Like if you or I were to put that on, people would run us through the streets. They may burn our house down, but they would never do that to Donald Trump. They would never do that to Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the power that I strive to have in my everyday life. To be the ability to be that confident to just do these things and not care. You know what I mean? Because what difference does it make that you and I don't like him for wearing the KKK? He's still a billionaire. He still lives a very comfortable life, whether the world be upset with you or not. If you got yourself, I think you're all right. But anyway, Sag, what are the current feelings about you guys right now? What are the current feelings about y'all right now? Hermit, you guys are a little socially awkward right now, or you guys aren't really seen around as much. Maybe you guys are keeping your distance. Maybe a little social distancing. They want to express how they feel towards you. So they want to create an opportunity to try to isolate with you guys shortly, or try to spend some time alone in solitude with just y'all. They feel like you guys have gotten a little bit distant from each other. Like maybe you're not necessarily as responsive or not as like receptive to them as you used to be. They still have a lot of care and concern for y'all, but they feel like you're manipulating, trying to move the situation further or take it to the next level again. They feel like you really like to be alone, but they also kind of feel like you just do that out of like protection to try to save yourself or try to protect yourself from maybe getting closer to people. Because they feel like maybe your last few relationships didn't go anywhere, or they feel like you did most of the work in the relationship. So you could be with a Virgo, Gemini, Aries, Cancer, Aquarius. Now, for some of y'all, they're noticing your progress. They're noticing the results that you've been putting in. They're noticing, like, I don't know, they're just starting to notice it. You know what I mean? So some of y'all are like wanting to shine a light on you or wanting to get to know you deeper. With this Hermit in reverse, it's like they want to get to know you deeper. Normally, I would just say they're trying to blame you for something, but nah. They're starting to see you in a sexual appealing way. All right? Could be a Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries, Virgo, Gemini, Cancer. They're starting to see you guys in a sexual way where they're wanting to get to know more about you. So they feel like they need to ask questions, you know what I mean? Like dive deeper to get to know you on this, past this superficial level. So right now they kind of feel like that's how I know you. I only know you maybe like in a high by, or I only know you maybe from a distance, or I only know you in maybe a certain realm because the Hermit and the Hermits are usually in their same space. So maybe you know them from a certain space, store, mall, whatever. Or they just, maybe you guys used to go, maybe lived in the same neighborhood or same apartment or same, I don't know, something. They kind of feel like they don't really know you as well as they would like to, but they're planning to. Now, some of y'all, because they see you guys as like sexually appealing, sexually enticing, they feel like this would be a relationship that'd be hard for them to get out of. Like if they were to start dealing with you, they feel like it would be hard to leave you alone. It'd be hard to like avoid you after this. You know what I mean? So maybe you guys work together then, or you maybe it's like you guys, I don't know, maybe you guys are from the same city or some shit, or I don't know, because it gives a vibe of like if this doesn't go well, then it's going to be hard to like get rid of you or get you out of my system, or it's going to be hard to avoid you and not see you anymore. You know what I'm saying? So like it would be that issue. Now some of y'all, they feel like you guys be avoiding them and using work or using other stuff as like interference, or you're using that as like your alibi. Like, oh no, I'll be at work, or oh I'll be doing this, or I'll be doing that. Like you're finding other little like alternatives to not have to like invest or build with them or work with them, or not have to like see the situation forward or see the situation through with them. They kind of feel that way. They feel like you manipulate a lot or procrastinate a lot about like trying to create the outcome that they're looking for with this relationship. They feel like you do a good job of saying things that make it sound like you're into it, but like they kind of feel like you're not into it, even though they care more than what you do in their mind. In their mind, they care more than what you do. They just feel like it's not. They feel like pessimistic about them even having the capabilities to make this go past a certain point. What's up there, Marie E? So they feel like it's I'm not gonna say a waste of time, but they kind of feel like it'd be a waste of like maybe their talents, their abilities, their capabilities to try to like build something with y'all. Some of y'all is because of distance. Some of y'all is because of distance, but like the devil is like intoxicating, so they feel intoxicated by y'all, which is usually on a more primal level. So they feel sexually attracted to you on a more primal level. You know what I mean? Maybe even a little possessive over you as well. Like you belong to me, you deal with me. But like they also kind of feel like maybe they should avoid going any deeper with you though. You know what I mean? Like trying to keep it. Maybe we should just keep this superficial. Maybe I should just keep it surface level. The stuff that we talk about. You know what I mean? Like they feel like you have a lot of nurturing energy, or you just have a very like intuitive, understanding vibe. So like they can tell you stuff. They can like vent to you. Even their darkest, deeper secrets, they can bring it to you, and you just be like, oh, okay, I understand. So you give like a very nursey, loving, hugging vibe. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're a hugger, but like you give like a very understanding, compassionate, I'm here for you vibe, and that's what they feel like. You know what I mean? So now for some of y'all, if you don't give that vibe to them, then that's what they have for you. So look at that, and they want to be able to build upon that, but they also feel like you're avoiding them. You know what I mean? They feel like you'd rather deal with toxic people. So some of y'all, if they're trying to love you and build with you, then they feel like you're trying to avoid that and deal with toxic people or deal with other connections that aren't really good for you. You know what I mean? So that might be what they feel like you be doing your own thing. You always be choosing independence over relationships. What's up there, guys? It's me. So they be feeling like you choose independence over real relationships. So anyway, I don't know. I do get them feeling like they need to. So I do get them feeling like they need to start putting the focus on you, or really starting to focus their attention, start to focus their energy, start focusing like their time, their resources towards you. That's what they feel like they need to do to try to create the outcome that they want to happen between y'all. They want you to see like the results of them coming into. Oh, that's what it is. They want you to see the results of them coming into your life, what it can do for you. So that's what their plan is soon. If it's a new person, if it's a past person, I guess they may try to come back and do that. But if it's a new, I get it more like a newer vibe. So if it's a new person, they're going to try to show you like what having them in your life can do for you. You know what I mean? So anyway, it could be a Cancer, it could be a Virgo, Gemini, Aries, Virgo, Aquarius, Capricorn, Aries, Virgo. What he says? Are you, wait. What it says? Are you getting all of this intuitively? Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I see the cards a little bit, but then I also kind of know like what the cards are and like the emotional sentiments behind it. So sometimes I don't even really look at the cards. I just be kind of knowing where the pattern is going. All right, so Capricorn. Caprito. All right, so Capricorn. Capricorn. All right, so what are the current feelings about y'all right now? Current feelings. 8 of Swords. No communication, no talking. You guys are all tied up. I feel like you guys are all tied up in some other stuff, but they kind of feel like somebody else has you blinded, or somebody else has your focus. Because in this one, yeah, it's jealousy. We got Page of Wands in reverse, so they feel like somebody else has your focus. Somebody else is tying you up. Somebody else is entertaining you. You know what I mean? They feel like you're not as interested. You guys aren't talking as much. The conversation's going in cyclical or not really going to any real point. Superficial conversations that you guys are having. Could be an Aries or a Sag. Could be a Gemini. Could be a Taurus. Yeah. So they feel like you don't really be around as much. You don't really like, you're not really as helpful as much. Or you don't really do anything for them. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. They feel like, yeah. Page of Pentacles in reverse. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. They feel like you don't do anything for them, or you don't like help them. You're not supportive. You weren't really trying to give anything of like value or anything that they can use. Like you don't be useful. You know what I mean? Or they feel like that's how you view them, as not really useful, not really helpful. You know what I mean? Not really somebody that you would want to like have around you on a regular basis. You know what I mean? So they kind of feel like you are, and some of y'all, they may feel like you guys are like superficial, only looking for like entertainment, looking for fun, like just not really having any grounded approaches when it comes to your conversations. They feel like you're just very whimsical. You know what I mean? Or like you only say stuff when you're mad, but then you keep saying the same shit over and over and over again. Like it doesn't really go anywhere. Like when you get upset, you just start talking in circles and never getting to the point. So, you know what I mean? Because they kind of feel like, you guys aren't on the same page and you're just getting upset for no reason. You know what I mean? That's how they feel. They feel like you guys just get upset for no reason. They also kind of feel like you just surprise them by like either not talking to them or you surprise them by like maybe apologizing for some of y'all. So some of y'all, maybe they're thinking about that. Maybe they're thinking about surprising you. Because the 8 of Swords can also be deep contemplation. It's like ruminating. So right now they're ruminating about maybe who else is interested in you, who you guys are talking to, if you're mad at them, or would you reply back if they were to message you? You know what I mean? So I guess somebody feels like they missed an opportunity with you. Page of Pentacles in reverse, Tower in reverse. Somebody who feels like they missed an opportunity with you. So this is somebody who's going to either want to apologize, be friendly, be cordial, just kind of out of nowhere, just randomly message you guys or randomly start being playful, flirty towards you guys. Maybe invite you guys to an event or invite you guys to be friends or invite you guys to hang out or spend time together or something like that. Now, for some of y'all, they feel like it's you that did this or that it's you that's going to do this. They feel like you just be popping up and you just be like acting as if nothing ever happened, just being friendly. Because we got a Tower in reverse with the Page of Cups. Page of Cups for me is like a pop out card. I pop out all of a sudden. And then we got Tower here. It's like I pop out of nowhere, I disrupt you, or I bother you, or I interrupt whatever you got going on. And I'm like, hey, what's up? Yeah, because we got Knight of Swords here. So you're gonna probably get communication from them unexpectedly or talk. They feel like reaching out, talking, and just kind of saying what's on their mind. It's like a rambling vibe. They want to just ramble. That's how they feel. I just want to ramble. I just want to talk to you. It's I'm gonna say it's kind of out of jealousy because I got the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands in reverse. I mean Page of Wands in reverse. It's like aggression because maybe some of y'all have a relationship or you have a connection with somebody. I don't know. I get it because we got pages. All these pages give like that feeling of being inferiority. So maybe they feel inferior possibly in some way by the way that you're acting because the Page of Wands in reverse could be feeling like you're acting different than what you normally would act. Like this is outrageous. So some of y'all, they feel like you guys are outrageous. You guys be triggering them at times. You know what I mean? Like triggering maybe their feelings, their emotions, their feelings of like what are their fears of uncertainty or their fears of like disruption. You know what I mean? Like they don't like losing people. They don't like, you know what I mean? They don't like when you're not talking. They don't like when you're not receptive. They don't like when you're not paying attention to them. They don't like when you're not trying to entertain them. They don't like when you're not trying to like please them. You know what I mean? So it's making them feel like maybe I didn't give enough. Maybe I wasn't really helping. Maybe I wasn't as supportive. And then they're also kind of thinking because the Eight of Swords is here, which gives the whole vibe from the rip starts off with just ruminating. They're ruminating about who you guys may be working with. If you guys live with anybody, who's maybe trying to help and support you, who's trying to help you build up, who's giving to you. You know what I mean? Like, who are your friends? Who are your new friends? Do you have new friends? You know what I mean? They're kind of like curious about everything that you have going on. Like, what are you working towards next? Because they feel like you don't tell them anything. They feel like you don't tell them shit. Like, I don't know shit about shit. So, like, I don't even know what to do. You know what I mean? So most of y'all, that's what they feel like. I don't even know what to do in this moment. I don't even know if I should initiate. I don't even know if I should say hi. I don't even know if I should just try to run into you or bump into you. You know what I mean? I don't know if I should try to like come up with a common goal for us to like work towards so that way we can connect. Like they've just been thinking about all type of things, all the things. So some of y'all, they do think you guys still still kind of look young. You guys still took care of your health or still took care of your appearance. I got three pages. So in terms of feelings, it's like, yeah, you still feel like you're young or you still act like you're young. So maybe that. If you don't look like you're young, then you be acting like it. That's what they feel. They feel like you guys be acting very immature, really like just kind of like reckless or just wanting to do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. You know what I mean? Or they feel like that's what it used to work with you, that they used to be able to do what they wanted to do whenever they wanted to do it, but now it's not like that. They feel like you've changed up or things have shifted out of nowhere between y'all where now you guys aren't on the same page anymore. You're not working towards the same goal anymore. You be just doing your own little thing. They don't really talk to you like that. You don't even look their direction like that. It's any of that. All right. But anyway, they do want to talk to y'all. You're going to hear messages because they've been keeping tabs on y'all. They've been watching y'all and not saying nothing. We got Page of Swords, Knight of Swords in reverse. They've been watching y'all. And Eight of Swords is here too. They've been watching y'all and not saying nothing. So they're going to start asking questions, trying to figure out like what's going on, the stuff that they don't really know about. They need you to fill them in. It is out of frustration. So like I need you to fill me in on like what's going on so I can know. I want to be on the same page. I want to be on the same team too. Some of y'all, they feel like you guys got new teammates or new something, new colleagues or new followers, friends, somebody. They feel like you got new people now that you be like consorting with. All right, and they don't like that. Page of Wands versus jealousy. They don't like that. They feel like people are either breaking up some type of relationship that y'all have or some type of close connection that y'all have, a bond that y'all have. Or they feel like either if this newer person that sees you in a relationship, there's somebody who wants to break up whatever relationship or bond that you're building with somebody else out of jealousy, though. Because they feel like maybe you weren't doing that with me. You weren't helping me. You weren't building with me. You weren't supporting me. You weren't. It's that. All right? It's that. Anyway, so it could be a Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sag, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Is that all the signs? That's all the signs, y'all. I'm sorry. But you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So look at that. I don't know. So Aquarius. Aquilators. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius. What are the kind of feelings about you right now? They want to talk to you right now. Something has come to their mind. Could be a Pisces, could be a Gemini, could be a Sag. Something's come to their mind now that they want to say something to you. So they feel like they can just tell you anything. Like maybe they just have random conversations. Maybe they just like, I don't know, just kind of like express vulnerability with you and just tell you stuff that they've been afraid of, things that they fear. They also kind of feel like you just be knowing what they're going to say before they say it. So maybe you're like deeply intuitive in that way where they feel like before I tell you stuff, you just be saying it. So like they feel like you just be saying whatever it is that they were thinking before they say it. So it's kind of like they feel like you guys have this unspoken bond, but they want to speak on it. So that's the big difference. They want to speak on it. Of course, Nunez B. So how are they currently feeling about you? 10 of Cups, upright. So you feel like you guys are doing well for yourselves. Normally, there we go. Look, Empress. I knew it. That's why I said normally 10 of Cups has to do with like a family relationship, but I already kind of knew it. When I seen the 10 of Cups, they feel like you're doing good. They feel like you guys are prospering. All right, could be doing with the Libra, Taurus. All right, they feel like you guys are very happy. Now, some of y'all, if you're in a relationship, they feel like you're very happy with a relationship or some type of connection you have. If not, this is somebody who feels like you would be their wish fulfillment when it comes to a relationship. You could be wife or husband material, all right? You could be somebody they could settle down with. So we got the Judgment and the three of Cups. So it is a reconciliation for some of you, but for others of you, they're looking for signs of attraction through every interaction that you guys have with each other. So like they feel like I can be friendly with you. I can be my social outgoing self. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to hide. Like, and they don't feel like they can hide either because the moon was in reverse. So they don't feel like they can hide from you. You know what I mean? They feel like you know it. Like you can kind of feel it. But they also feel some type of connection or bond between y'all. Because we got a Judgment here. Judgment is also a life-changing connection. So some of y'all, they feel like this relationship could be an end-all, be-all, or a life-changing relationship, or a life-changing connection that would change their status or position in life. From a husband to a, you know what I mean, from a wife or to from a boyfriend, girlfriend to a husband or a wife. You know what I mean? They figure it can lead into one of those. You know what I'm saying? Now, for some of y'all, the distance is in a way, though, because we got 3 of Wands here. So some of y'all, they do kind of feel like distance in a way, and they also are kind of wondering about who may be investing in y'all. So maybe you guys don't live together yet. Anytime I see distance in the 3 of Wands, I always think of it as like maybe we just don't live in the same household. Maybe we live like cities apart. Or sometimes it could be states apart, but like 3 of Wands, like as a when it's in reverse, a blockage. So some of y'all is like a blockage. Could be that they don't really see him going far because of distance, or because of like maybe you're from the east side or from the west side. Maybe you guys are like gang related. I don't know. I don't think so. We got 3 of Cups here though. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. 3 of Cups is like a friend group that's like strongly involved with this Judgment. So they feel like your friends are the oh, that's what it is. They feel like your friends are the determining factor between the relationship becoming something. Because they want to propose to you. We got Ace of Wands there. They want to propose to y'all. Or they want to offer an opportunity for you guys to like reconcile, reunite, be friends again, hang out, be social, talk again, let's chat, me and you. You know what I mean? Like they want to be friendly with you. They want to be social with you. You are the pick for them. Like you are a great catch to this person. Real talk. You know what I mean? So they just already kind of like envision all these like these storylines about where y'all would go, what could happen. This is somebody who fantasizes about you. When I seen that moon earlier, that's somebody who fantasizes about you guys. They have all these like wild dreams about what could happen, you know what I mean, and all that shit. So they imagine you guys maybe even having more potential in the relationship than what it already does. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it hasn't even happened. Maybe that's what it's all about, because the moon started off from the beginning. So it could just normally mean that it's just somebody who just doesn't even know if this is even real. Like maybe they don't even know if their feelings are real for you right now. You know what I mean? Like they come up with all these fantasies and all these like illusions around like what the relationship could be before you've ever done anything. So like, because the Judgment is here. So if you've done something, then they're seeing it now, like something about you has been revealed to them, which could be just, I don't know, anything. Maybe you're looking more attractive. Maybe you're looking more prosperous. Maybe you're looking more happy. You know what I mean? Maybe you're looking, I don't know, satisfied with yourself. You know what I mean? More, like you take care of yourself. And now, I mean, I don't know. It could be anything. You could change your appearance or anything. So it's kind of like you're looking like everybody wants you. That's what the vibe is. It looks like everybody wants you at this point. So they would like to reconcile with you, or they're looking for signs and clues that you want them to be the one to take action on you. So yeah, they're waiting to see who you guys are interested in, or who you guys are like. They're kind of I almost want to say that they may be gauging for like who you may be like interested in, or who else maybe you're maybe invested in, or who may be giving and investing into y'all. I've seen Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Libra, Taurus, Pisces. So some of y'all, they be thinking about kids, like you give like a motherly vibe, like you could have kids, a family, like they kind of feel it. Now some of y'all though, because I will say this, some of y'all, they look like they feel like you already have that going on, like you already have like a ready-made family. You know what I mean? Like we call it microwave family, where all you gotta do is just add a daddy or add a mommy, and now we got the whole family. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, they kind of feel that way, like they already got kids, and then you could just add the, you know what I mean? You come in and you can be the relationship, or be the mom, be the dad, or whatever, be the steppa, stepmom, whatever. They kind of feel that vibe, like they would want to do that. Some of y'all, they had this fantasy of doing all these things already. You know what I mean? Of you being this way and them being this way. They've already had all these like fantasies. Because what I seen that Knight of Swords, it's in reverse, which could just be like running thoughts, racing thoughts. You know what I mean? Like they don't really have any like clear intention. I'm just thinking these things. And sometimes it'd be like you think out loud. So some of y'all, they think you guys think out loud a lot. Maybe they notice that. Like maybe you talk to yourself and they be seeing you, like talking to yourself, or they be seeing you thinking out loud, talking out loud. Like not really having any real basis for why you're saying what you're saying. You just be saying it. All right. Anyway, it could be a Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. When I seen this Queen of Pentacles though, and the Six of Pentacles in reverse, they feel like you guys maybe like you aren't as like generous as they would like you to be, or you guys are like, I don't know, manipulative. Like you give to get. They may feel like you, or maybe they feel like that's what they need to do. Like they need to give to get from you in a way. They felt underappreciated. I will say that because Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse is somebody who feels undervalued or unappreciated. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe they feel like they were unappreciated. You gave them a new start. Because that's also possible too. Because some of y'all like this going from like being unappreciated to like looking happy, successful. So some of y'all, they feel like they gave you a leg up, or others of you, they feel like you didn't give them a leg up, and then others of you, they feel like you were more focused on yourself, your needs, taking from them, not really giving to them, not really reinvesting into the relationship. Something like that. All right. Because you got three different people in this one. All right. So it could be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Libra, Taurus, Pisces. Oh, yeah. It was so many. I think I might just need to like draw two, because it was like too many storylines to try to tell you all of these storylines, because I was seeing like a bunch of different storylines. And I would have told you, I guess, I don't know, I guess it'd be better if it was like a personal or some shit, or like a direct about how does Kenneth or how does Susie see me? You know what I mean? Like if it was direct like that, then I'd probably be a lot more straightforward. Oh, we got 10 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles again. So they see potential in this going somewhere. A Hermit. Some of y'all, they want to move in with y'all. So it could be a Virgo, Virgo, Capricorn. They may want to move in with y'all, or maybe they want you guys to like, I don't know, do something together as a team. Spend more time together. You know what I mean? So maybe they want to invite you to their house, or they want you to invite them to your house. Pages are inviting, so maybe it is. They want to present some type of opportunity, though. I feel like to work together or to do something collectively, collaboratively. Yeah, we got the definite reverse. Could be a Scorpio. Something that they feel would be like produce results for the time and energy that you guys invested in. So they may intend to either, some of y'all, they want to use you for influence, but for others of you, I guess they want to use them for influence. I don't know. Maybe it's a joint thing. It's a joint thing because I've seen that 10 of Pentacles, which means that we're both getting to the goal. So it's a joint thing. So some of y'all, they may feel like you guys have a large family, or they're envisioning some type of large family with y'all, or a large like success, some type of large, maybe a large bill, large expenditure, or I don't know, something like that. Maybe they're expecting that. Yeah, Page of Wands. So they're curious about what you guys be doing in your free time, or what you guys do to entertain yourself. Five of Swords. And they also, so they be noticing that other people are jealous of y'all, either of you or of like the connection. They notice that people be like competing with y'all, that people be envious of y'all, that people talk about y'all. Like this is somebody who's perceptive or like observing that other people are jealous of y'all. Or maybe you're starting to raise jealousy in this person. I don't know. Like a possessiveness. Yeah, we got the moon here. Oh, okay, we got the moon here. And the Five of Pentacles. This person may feel like you overlook them, or they feel like you're out here maybe like shrouding them. Like maybe when you show up, they don't get as much recognition. They don't get as much attention. They don't get as much, hey, hi, what's up? What's, you know what I mean? Like they're noticing that you're making a difference or you're making an impact. Yeah, there we go. The tower. I knew it. So they feel like you guys are making an impact in some way. So like maybe when you pop out at the club, everybody's like, you know, noticing you, and maybe he was cool or she was cool, but now like, oh, that's your girl, or that's your guy, or that's your friend, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's giving that vibe because Page of Wands is here, so it could be a friend, but it could also be a romantic interest that we're talking about right now. Because it started off with Page of Wands, Ten of Cups. So some of y'all maybe a past partner, or past relationships, people who you're no longer friends with. They're hoping to reconcile with y'all though. We got Page of Cups, Four of Pentacles. I mean, Four of Wands, Ten of Cups, Tower. They're hoping to reconcile with y'all. Like maybe you guys had an unexpected ending and they didn't see that happening, or you had an unexpected hiccup, mishap, and you didn't see it happening. So they're wanting to talk it out. Like, let me come to you and like, you know, at least confront the issue at hand. So some of y'all, they want to confront you guys, maybe because they feel like they owe you, or maybe because they feel like they haven't been around as much as they wanted to. Maybe you don't know them like you used to. Because it's like, I kind of want to be flirty and I want to be friendly or playful with you. Like I want to also like, sometimes I feel like they want to cross a line with you in a way. Like, so maybe there's, I don't know, it's like a line. The moon is here. It was like, is it really a line? Like, am I really wrong for this? So this may be somebody who doesn't really know if they're even wrong. They doubt their feelings around you. That's what, yeah, Five of Swords, that's what it is with the moon. I doubt my feeling. And then a Page of Cups and a Page of Wands. It's somebody who doesn't really know how they really feel around you. They're attracted to you, or they're like admire you, or they're like inspired by you. You know what I mean? So I get all three, but it could be one or the other. I get all three of them being either admiring you, aspiring to be like you, attracted to you, or I think I said it. I think that was the three. Anyway, one of those. Yeah, you give them hope. You know what I mean? So they kind of have hope that this may like get back on cue again. Like they kind of have hope that you guys will talk again or talk things out, or you know what I mean? Squash whatever beef or squash whatever issues you guys had. They even want to apologize if it was an issue with an apology. They even will give you an apology. It's a Page of Cups in reverse though. And let me tell you this, when it comes to apologies, fuck an apology, because they don't mean shit. I know people tell you, oh, I'm sorry. Who gives a fuck that you're sorry? Do better. That's it. Nobody gives a fuck about you being sorry. Sorry is for you, or an apology is for you. Nobody gives a fuck about you apologizing. It doesn't like fix or rectify whatever happened in the past. Those are just words. Actions are an apology. So saying sorry or saying, forgive me, nobody cares. But that's what they feel like they would do, but they don't even know what that would do because it's the moon here with the Page of Cups. They doubt those feelings, or they doubt like how you will respond to them if they were to approach you, if they were initiate, if they were to reach out. So that they're curious to kind of see like if they were to like cross a line with you, maybe be a little bit more flirtatious, maybe be a little bit bolder, maybe be a little bit more like, I don't know, animated, you know, maybe be a little bit more aggressive, you know, maybe if they challenged you in a way, how would you react? How would you respond? You know what I mean? Because some of y'all, this is somebody who does kind of like want to break up your image around others because they feel jealous of the attention, and it like they are noticing like the envy, like that's being risen up in them because other people are interacting, everybody's talking to you, everybody's being socialized with you. You know what I mean? Everybody seems to want to entertain you. There could be a little bit of a jealousy of that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like a minor thing. It's like only when I see you. It's not like a regular thing. It's not like they don't be thinking about, well, I don't know, the moon is here. So this could be sometimes like an obsession, and just like fully becoming aware that like, yo, I become obsessed with this person because I don't know, maybe she's gotten her body together. Maybe she's got this new job. Maybe she's got this new charisma, charm that about her, you know what I mean? Or him, you know what I mean? Like it's something about that. It's like something about your charm, your charisma that may be rubbing people the wrong way. Like you may be coming off as like super confident, just rather impulsive, just kind of doing what you want to do, following your own little whims, really unpredictable. Nothing has a set pattern. They feel like you just be doing what you want. It doesn't have a set pattern. And they also kind of like, some of y'all, they be hoping that you guys be like left up shit's creek or left in a bad situation because of the way that you just be doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like you just kind of like do what you feel. When you feel inspired or when you feel, I don't know, the instinct or the will to do something, you just be doing it. Even if it doesn't seem like reasonable or logical, you just be doing it and you don't even recognize it. They feel like you don't even know your abilities or your capabilities at times. You know what I mean? They feel like you downplay yourself because you're afraid either of uncertainty or you're afraid of maybe you're shy, because the Page of Cups can be shy. Maybe you're shy or you're just like afraid of like, I don't know, maybe exposure. Maybe you're afraid of like, you know what I mean, going viral if you guys are creators or some shit. So it could be that, like being afraid of being like exposure or be going viral, or afraid of like what you would realize about yourself if you were to put yourself out there more, or would they'd be afraid of what you would realize about them if they were to put themselves out there. So I don't know. It's one of the two. It's one of the two. But I know they want to talk, have some type of sit down with y'all shortly. And I say shortly because we got too many pages for them not to want to, and a Four of Wands, which means that they're feeling like they want to reconcile with you guys, that you guys feel like home. You guys are somebody who they could build maybe stability with. You know what I mean? So they like to reunite or meet up again, and wherever y'all be at casually, they like to meet you there again. Meet me again. You know what I mean? So could be a Taurus, could be a Pisces, could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Gemini, Sag, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag, and Aquarius. And so I wanted to tell y'all, some of y'all feel like you guys be looking past them too. Like you guys just be, maybe you scroll past them or you just be looking past them. You know what I mean? Like they feel like you don't even like really give them the time of day. All right. So thank y'all so much. What time is it? Ooh, I gotta go get my daughter. I gotta pick her up on time, y'all. So I'm gone. Thank y'all so much for the support. Thank y'all for the piece of candies. I love it. I wanted to, but if it don't work, then it don't work. But I plan to try to go live later. It may be like around 9. So is it 9? It may be around 9. So if I do, look from around 9. If you don't see me, it just didn't work out how I planned it to. All right, y'all. But thank y'all so much for the support. I'm about to get going so I don't be late picking up my daughter. Let me look at these comments real quick, see what they said. Hey, Olivia. Thank you so much, Destiny. You have a great day, too. Hey, Katrina. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Enjoy your day.